Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. So they get it back for second down. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. And 2nd and 10 now. It's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. And so Dafe away with a stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm.
Here we go.
Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
Diving forward, and he makes the catch. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Bengals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Burrow. He's still going at the 30. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First red zone chance for the Bengals now. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. Taken off of it again. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this 1st and goal.
That's another Bengals. 11-90. First and goal, Cincinnati.
Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And
he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
what do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens, nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the week.
Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. But I think Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And Bengals with an extra DB out there now, third down.
Brings up third and go.
They'll air it out on third. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
They'll bring out Ty Zettner to send it away on fourth down. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Punt meets him at the 28. Juke's away from one. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with, just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Burrow from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. A gain of 15 there. And the Bengals have a first down.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. I'm just taking a guess here, Brock, that they were so concerned with his passing prowess that they forgot this dude can deal quite a bit of damage with his legs, too.
Yeah, this is where offenses in the NFL are blurring with the college game. They want guys running the show who can light it up through the air, but just as often torch you on the ground with numbers normally reserved for running backs.
Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Wow, the start he is on. This is going to be a heck of a performance if he and his quarterback can keep this pace up today, Brock.
Hey, by starting so strong, he's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to start dictating coverage to him, and it's going to open up his boys.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go.
Brown.
Chase Brown.
Here we go.
Offense in the hurry up now. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
At the Ravens' 4-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Setting up, second and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he's got it! Has a layout for it, but touchdown! The Bengals take a 13-0 lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Ravens nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Complete Derrick Henry. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
At the 24-yard line.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they mark him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Jackson trying to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB, wants to put it on his shoulders, he's silent for it.
And he's cut after a gain of about 2. And here's Geno Stone getting in there for the stop against his old team.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 38-yard line.
They send a tight end in motion. Changing it up here, Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down. Pistol snap to Jackson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. Now the Bengals have it. He's at the 30. The 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Bengals take a 20-zip lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals push their lead to 21-zip already.
Ravens nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And things are really getting away from them, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He keeps it and takes off. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
17 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
First down, here's Lamar. Across his body, defender's there. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Here we go. 180, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. This is a heater going deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Give him 32 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
11, 11. Here we go. 180. 25. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And now they have a 1st and goal.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Escapes out to the left.
But once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Here's Burrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Joe Burrow with the touchdown.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead.
Ravens nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right at a young age. You're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Here we go.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bengals blowing them out now, 34-zip. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown, and you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And this has turned into a blowout very early, Brock, but still plenty of time left if they can start to put things together here. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. We'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's McMillan with the catch out left. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Lamar now from the gun. He's rocks, that ball's free. And the Bengals get to it. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
You know, that just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. Their defense has been so good at giving them extra possessions this season, partner, and now it's up to the offense to be very good at paying these extra possessions off.
You know, I can't say it any better than that.
On 1, ready?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's get set. 180. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's Brown again. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Gotta go.
Everybody rushing back to the line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stop.
Going to the ground again on 1st. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
We're going.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
12,
and 5 at the Ravens 24.
Burrow on the play action. Cut near the goal line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Brown will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
We're good.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
On the stop. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Burrow
4-yard line.
escapes the pocket. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals tack on 7 more to their lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Get on! Get on! 180! 1 shot!
From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 18 at the 16-yard line.